Guy is back in showbiz, ladies and gentlemen. Different Jews, episode 122. It's your boy Larry, special guest.
Hey, how's it going?
That guy Elijah. The OG, yes sir, yo. Been on freaking older episodes. Go check those out. Yeah, the very first episode.
And the recent one you guys did, what we had people call in.
Oh, yup. Dang, episode 100. Throwback. Episode 100. Yes, sir.
KG and I said something about who's my GOAT. I said
damn, I don't remember.
I said Kobe, LeBron.
You did say some dumb shit like that. KG. Yeah, I swear I remember that or something, yo. But now,
and Shaq, Shaq.
Yo, no fucking, just jump right into it. Since we're on ball.
Yeah.
Freaking just to break it. Your top 5 all time.
In order, it goes Kobe, LeBron, Shaq.
I respect it. Wow,
and KG.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
That is your top 5.
Yeah.
So wait, what was it? So Kobe, LeBron,
Shaq,
Shaq.
and KG.
That's 4. Kobe,
Oh.
LeBron, Shaq, KG.
D-Wade.
I respect it in order.
Yeah.
I respect it, ladies and gentlemen.
People don't
Elijah's
respect
top
Shaq.
5. No, they don't. Dominant,
Like,
freaking. Yes, I respect the top 3. I
Like
respect
Will
it.
Chamberlain, I don't think they can, like,
You know what's the throwback? What I thought you were gonna say?
Dirk.
No.
Oh,
Tony Douglas.
Tony Douglas.
Yo, that's a fucking throwback, yo. Tony Douglas. Shout out Tony Douglas, yo.
TD.
Hey,
You
guy.
won a chip with them, right?
I think
2012.
Miami.
Yeah, 2012.
Miami,
Yeah,
right? Yup.
2012.
Yup, Miami. Dang, how you been? Just freaking icebreaker.
Yeah, life
If you're going.
definitely different from our first episode. Life has definitely changed.
Oh my God,
I
yes.
grew facial hair. Yeah, come
Yo,
on,
the baby
yeah.
looks good. Yeah, no facts. It does
yeah.
look good, yo. Now
Got,
that you pointed out, because I wasn't like paying
yeah.
attention. It looks good. I respect it.
What else? Got married.
Yo, I respect it.
Now just living life.
How?
You know what's crazy? I actually spoke about that in our first episode.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I described who
You want
and what I wanted,
That's
and I got it.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's a blessing right there. Wow,
Yeah.
freaking God right there. Yeah.
Exactly.
Freaking what we're gonna be talking about. Oh yeah, what we're gonna be talking about. Just a whole bunch of random stuff. You know, a little bit of sports, but mainly we're gonna be talking about. I don't even know how to really put it. I mean, God. Yeah, really God, and just and atheists. We're gonna just tackle that little area right then
Yeah.
and there. But freaking first, I wanted to talk about marriage. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, and it bothers me. And you know, this is random. This is just random. Freaking, it bothers me. Freaking, when a lot of people like, oh, don't get married. Oh, they like complain about their wives and all that. You know, I don't wanna- Bro, honestly, I've been happy, dog. Like, what a wife or one lady, and then freaking people always like, you know, people. Oh, come on, you're too young. Oh, why you gotta sleep around? Blah 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 blah. I get it now. Like having that, you know, saying happy wife, happy life. And all that. You know, it's like nice having a like a partner that you could just lay in bed every night and freaking confide in, and just having someone always there, and you know the food is nice, you know, when they're cooking and stuff, yo, and then like having someone like actually care for you and like showing you, and like it being a woman, obviously.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta.
you gotta put that out there, right? God, nowadays.
But yeah, I think I agree. Like, for me, I think marriage is all about your perspective. Because sometimes there is going to be arguments, and sometimes there's going to be bad times. A lot of people, they focus on the bad times, but there is good times. Like those bad times, like the way I look at it, it what's build you guys closer. Because if you don't have hardship, how are you supposed to grow? And marriage is great. What I would say is make sure your foundation is love, and also understanding what love is, because your wife or your husband definitely will piss you off sometimes, but when you have that foundation of love in your relationship, even if they piss you off, like you don't have the thought of like leaving them or going for somebody else.
That is true.
Because I was taught about the 80-20. Like that 20%, like don't leave your spouse because of that 20%, because you're not receiving that 20%. 80-20. Like, you know, it's important to just accept accept them for who you are, and have it's important to accept your spouse for who they are. Help them if there's areas where they're weak, because everybody has weaknesses. So it's all about showing grace, because for me, like if I'm being real, I have trouble like, opening up and communicating. But my wife has been, also helped me learn how to, be a better communicator, instead of bashing me like, oh, why aren't you communicating? It's like, no, she tries to have conversations with me. And we also look out to seek help. It's also important to who you surround yourself with, because if you surround yourself with the wrong person, they can mess up your marriage. It's always good to surround yourself with wise counsel, people who give you wisdom, people that will tell you when you're wrong in situations, when people are going to tell you where you're right. It's good to have that balance, because if you go to somebody that's always telling you, oh, you're right, you're going to mess up your marriage, because nobody's perfect. You got to understand nobody's perfect. So, yeah, that's just a little, the foundation, love, have a good village around you who support you, because you can't do marriage by yourself. You can't do anything by yourself, so it's good to have a group of people who will help you in marriage. And
dang, that was very beautiful, yo. Dang, yeah, that was I respect it, yo. Like, dang, that was
that's a little I learned about marriage.
I like that.
There's so much. Yeah, there's so much more I gotta learn, but that's just a little.
It's just, and I just wanted to bring that up, just like, cause freaking just we came so far as like, men, like just being little boys together and stuff too, and then just freaking like how it's just admirable how you held down like your standards and stuff, and like seeing you the man today and stuff, and like it's just dope. It's dope, especially hearing you talk like that, especially like marriage and stuff like that. And then we're able to like talk about it too. Both of us. Me obviously with a wedding coming up soon.
That guy.
Freaking fiance. You are married. Yeah. Freaking it. Yeah. I wanted to bring that up because like that. I feel like wanted to say that is the way to go. Like I feel like I don't think being out here sleeping around and like trying to talk to this girl, that girl, that's literally not it.
Yeah, and marriage is like marry for purpose. Don't just marry because a girl looks good. Facts. Or this person has a lot of money. Because if you marry someone just because of money and looks, you gotta understand those things fade away. When that man doesn't have any money, any more money, are you still gonna love him? Yep. When your wife is doesn't have that, is getting older and wrinkly, are you still gonna love her? So, and also like marriage's purpose, like for where I look at marriage's purpose, like God has put us on this earth for purpose, and like if you're gonna marry somebody, make sure you have a vision for your life and where you want to go, and whoever you're gonna choose, do they fit that vision that you have for your life? Because that's just some of the things, like what do you want for life, and like who is your spouse gonna like? Is your spouse gonna be your helper in that vision that you want?
That's big, yo, bro. That is big. I feel like, bro, too, honestly, because I was talking about this today with my boy D at work. He's a trucker that comes in.
That guy D.
Yeah, shout out D. Freaking yo, you accomplish more together.
Yeah, two is better than one.
You accomplish more together when you get the house together. When you do endeavors together. I mean, okay, granted, you do some things alone, but when you guys come together and you're married, you love each other. You're in that. You're together for a reason. So you obviously have that trust. That should be your business part. That should be everything right there. I think, like, people be like, oh, yo, you gotta make sure you have separate bank accounts. Blah blah blah. I mean, yes, have separate bank accounts, but like.
They gotta
work together.
They gotta be a love of togetherness.
Yes. Like the man. I mean, okay, yes. Nowadays, obviously, we try and provide and stuff like that. But if the woman puts a little more money and stuff too, like that helps. Yeah. But freaking, together is the way. Like, y'all got it. When y'all work together, trust me, you can get a whole lot more done. Yes.
Because imagine being rich, wealthy. You have all the money in the world, and you have nobody to pass it down to and nobody to share it with. Yeah, you have a girlfriend, but a girlfriend's not a wife.
Nope.
Like it's two different.
Yo,
it's totally different. Like
it's not even. It's like ball. Like I can't even.
Yeah.
Like it's like night and day.
Like when you understand marriage, it's man.
It's deep, yo.
It's really deep.
It is. But yeah, nah, that was just random. Like I just wanted to point that out. Just freaking two married men. Just like to young kids out there, young dudes watching this, or dudes our age and all that. Just get married. Find one girl. Stop with all this stupid stuff. Find one. Settle down.
And also take your time. Like a lot of people, like especially in my community, like African community, someone's 32. Oh, why aren't you married? Hey man, this is probably not the right time.
Exactly.
Like, and also understand like, once you have your values, once you have your vision for your life, some people like, oh, I don't know if this is the right time to get married. Like you never be ready for marriage.
Never ever.
Like for me, like I'm always learning and growing every day.
Yep.
There's so many experiences that I'm going to encounter that I'm not prepared for.
Facts.
So to say like, oh, I'm not ready, you'll never be ready. Yep. But there are some things you should get down. Your values. Also another thing I would say is know yourself too. Know what your traumas are. Make sure you're healed because your partner can't heal you.
Damn. Yo,
they can't support you, but like it's also your responsibility to heal yourself because we so many traumas that if you're not healed, it can also be a fact
negatively affect your relationship and your partner.
Exactly. So it's good to go to therapy. It's good to know yourself. It's good to know what you like, know what you want in life before you get married. But I know this financial stuff. It's good to be financially strong, but if you're not financially strong, don't use that excuse. I'm not ready, because like we said before, two's better than one.
Yes,
the other person could be the one to help you.
Yes,
and I've experienced
especially in this economy right now, bro. You find yourself a good woman, yo. There's no excuse why y'all shouldn't be at least working together and doing trying, at least trying. Like you're not gonna do it by yourself, man. It's not gonna happen. Yeah. Especially nowadays.
Exactly.
Shifting gears, dude, to the main little freaking thing. All right, actually, since we're bringing up God, marriage, key principle in a lot of religions. Yeah. We're gonna shift gears to the I don't know how to really shift gears smooth out all this stuff, but freaking but let's first obviously we talked about all the marriage and stuff, but okay, cool. I would say that's an issue in today's society. Shifting to that, like obviously then we'll go into the thing, but I would say that's an issue in today's society. People weaning away from that, and so just in the lust, like sex culture. I'm not trying to be vulgar or like too vulgar.
Yeah, that's true.
But I just want to see what you think. Your biggest issues in society right now.
Deception.
Ooh.
Not everything is what it seems.
Yo, I was not expecting that. Okay, Wes, yo.
Especially when it comes to like our food, government, just the ways of life. And then you got deception on social media. You never know what's true or not. That's why they had to come out with those Gronk or whatever. Oh, yeah. It's like, so, because that, bro, because you can easily get fooled.
The AI
is crazy. Like the way they're able to copy a human being. I've been fooled. Like, yo, is that a real person? Yeah. So imagine what the future holds, especially when it comes to politics and news media. How much there's so much deception. You never know what is true. Like, I don't even know where to get news from, because I don't know what's true or not.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, well, it's gonna sound crazy, but like a lot of my, not news, but I would say Twitter, like a lot of reputable, reliable accounts on Twitter that are like with the gold check verified nowadays. And then I would say some certain podcasts, I would say like PBD podcasts I like to watch. there's another news little thing on YouTube called Redacted. But yeah, no, that's facts. You don't even know like where to actually go seek out relevant, real information. Yeah,
exactly. And a lot of negativity.
mm.
Like on the news is like, man, like
Yep.
a lot of hate too. There's a lot of I mean, for me, sometimes it's funny, but sometimes because like every time I go down a post, I look and it's like, oh, let me hop into the comments and see like people just a bunch of haters
Roasting,
and just like
bro, yes.
it's like, man, like you can't just like say congratulations. You can't just say like, hey, like this and that. Then the news is like, oh, this bombing or
airplane crashing
or
like,
gossip drama. It's like, man,
yeah.
like we had like we have like something that make the people feel good.
I hear it.
And like I'm reading this book and it talks about how like human nature. It talks about our human nature, right? And how like we're kind of attracted to negativity based like they gave an example like if there's a car accident on the road, right? And there's traffic, right? Why is there traffic?
Everybody's slowing down, yo.
Everybody's slowing down so they can see, oh my gosh, look what happened. But like imagine somebody standing there saying something good or like has a sign like, oh, you're loved or something like, bro, people just go like we're naturally attracted to negativity, gossip, conflict. And I'm like,
yeah, we all fall.
Yeah, I
victim
fall.
to it.
Yeah,
We
like
all fall
there's a
victim to it.
fight. Like back in the day, there's a fight. Yo, we're running down the hallway just to see negativity, or we instigating something. So it's like, it's like there's a lot of hate, deception, and
facts
in this world, and I just hope one day, things will change. I doubt it, but it's the world. Yeah.
Yep. The biggest deception, I would say, well, in my opinion, that they got on these young kids is one of them is the transgenderism and just the I feel like, what's the word? It's like they're taking it out the belief of God. Secularism.
Yes.
They're trying to make them very secular.
Yeah.
Yep. And I would say that deception right there, freaking. Oh my goodness. But dang, yeah, no, I like that.
Like, man, like. And they're forcing it on kids. It's not, my opinion, I don't think, like, you do what you want. Like, for me, it's like, I don't agree with it, but, like, it's not like I don't hate those people. It's like, you guys do what you want, but don't force it on me, It's okay, that's your choice. I'm not going to control you. Like, I don't think the government should tell people what they should do with their body. Yep. But don't force your agenda on us, like, do what you want. Like, you guys are also human too. At the end of the day, like, your foundation, you're human. You guys are just making a different choice, which is not normal to like how we were created. But do what you want and don't force it on me. It's like, and don't also force it on our kids, trying to like brainwash them, saying this is okay. It's like, no, like, this is your own personal choice. Don't feed this into kids' mind thinking it's okay. It's like, no, just do your thing, and once they grow up and they want to decide to do that, let them make their own choice. There's no need to bring awareness. This is adult stuff. It's nothing for
elementary
kids.
Schools and all that.
Like, don't confuse in all these pronouns. Like, no, like,
cartoon shows,
he and she, they, like, nah, that's what it is. You can't be a they when you're one person. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, come plural. Like, come on now.
Do your thing and don't throw it. Like, don't shove it down my throat.
And then I just recently found out, like, that clip I posted in California with it was like hundreds of thousands of dollars going to midnight trans strolls. Like, now we're like putting taxpayer money. Like, that's where my tax dollars are going. Oh, nice. Gotta love it, Jimmy. Oh my goodness.
It's crazy. God,
okay. Man. No, we can we're shifting to the whole freaking the main topic of atheism. That's a whole problem into society in the world right there. Like, what are ladies and gentlemen, this is the main freaking topic of the episode. But what your thoughts on atheism?
For me, I'm Christian. I believe in God, the Lord Jesus.
Yep.
And for me, I don't understand atheism, And the only reason I can say that confidently is because of my experiences. So first, I mean, kind of our other question, why do you believe in God? So I believe in God. First, the reason I believe in God is because of how I was brought up, right? It was introduced to me when I was a kid. Not introduced, but like that's the way we lived our life, right? And so for me, I was like, oh yeah, I believe in God. This is what my parents have brought me up. Like we pray, we read the Bible, and then it's like, oh yeah.
Dang, and sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Did you always have that like natural inclination or belief that there was God? Like even without them telling you?
No, because
oh wow, really?
I didn't. I just believe. I just believe because of my parents, right? And so then there were moments in my life where like where I was scared. Like I was scared, and what I would do is like pray to God, and then in those moments, okay, there is a God because I did this, and then this happened, right? And so so for me, I was just like, I believe in God because of my parents, right? And so it wasn't like me having my own like actual understanding. And so I just went on life just because I was a Christian just because my parents were. And so it actually it got to a point where it's funny, when we used to have our conversations about like Islam and Christianity, right? You actually challenged me in a way where I really got to understand why I believe this.
Oh, sure, wow.
And so at the time, I didn't know why. And so when we have our conversations now, I wasn't speaking like from what I knew. I was just speaking because this is what I grew up. It wasn't from I knew personally this is why I believe this and what it actually is. And so our conversations like actually helped me actually look in why I believe this. Let me not just do this because my parents or because of how I grew up. Let me actually know this for myself. And so I did that, right? And so I started reading the Bible. And so with me, I started to learn more about God. I started learning more about Jesus and Christianity. And when I read, so for me, this is how it started, right? It started with our conversations. Then the more I read, right, I started to experience like what the Bible talks about. So so basically Christianity, God came down to earth as Jesus Christ. So God, he's 3 in 1. He's God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. And so we live in a sinful world. And so Jesus came to the earth to save many people, actually everybody, and whoever believes in him, after they die, they'll go to heaven. And so I started to question, like, understand, like, okay, what is this? Because growing up, it was more about, I was more focused on like the afterlife, getting to heaven, and trying to follow certain rules. Like, okay, let me not break the 10 commandments because I don't want to go to hell.
I would say your fear of that really, it was strong because knowing you're strong with it. You're strong with it. I respect it, even at a young age, didn't fall into temptation like that and stuff like that.
And you might say that's good, but according to the Bible, I was actually in the wrong.
Oh shit! Wow.
Because because the Bible talks about how
that's interesting to hear you say.
Because the Bible talks about how you can save yourself. Like, it's not about following rules. It's about loving the Lord Jesus Christ and believing in him, right? And so me, like you said, like me trying to be good, me trying to do the right thing, me not doing what everybody else does. Based off the Bible, if I had passed away, I would have went to hell. And the reason is because
It's scary.
it is scary. And the reason is because I didn't know Jesus. I didn't actually
Oh,
I
shoot.
didn't
Dang.
actually
Wow.
I was basically
get it.
my own God. Like I was trying to be being self-righteous, thinking like if I don't do this, if I don't do that, I'm not going to go to hell, but the only way I'm going to go to heaven is through Jesus, through believing in him. And yeah, it's good to do good, but if I don't know him, like for example, like I've listened to this thing, listening to this person, like for example, like would you allow somebody in your house that you don't know because they're good? Like would you allow somebody how can how can I make this like a personal example? Like if I don't know somebody, like let's say one of my one of my friends, right, that you don't know, would you, and I'm not there, right? Would you just, if they're at your door, would you open the door for them? But nah, bro, they're good. You wouldn't because you don't.
No.
Because you
I'm
don't.
trying to make so many situations.
Nah,
No,
because you don't know them, right? Yeah. It's the same thing like with God. Like if you how can you let somebody in to your house when you don't know him? Like the same thing with God. Like he won't let somebody in if he doesn't know you and you don't know him. And like and I had to come to that realization. It's like if I want to go to heaven, I have to know the Lord Jesus Christ. And that doesn't mean that I lost my train of thought. But dang it, where is it?
It be like that.
Wow.
Yep. It's pretty much if someone's good, pretty much based on.
Oh yeah, somebody's good, right? Dang, well, I was going back to where I was at. Oh yeah, so for me, I had to come to religion. I got to know Jesus Christ, and through knowing him, that's when I'm saved. And so now when I do good, it's not because of me. It's not to make myself look good. Yep. It's because he's been good to me, and so that he's been good to me, so that dang. I had it.
Oh no, you're good.
Dang it. Is it gonna be edited?
Yeah,
right, bro.
Yeah. Take your time, yeah. That's why I'm not stressing right now.
Dang, I lost the point I was making. Ah, man.
No, you're good. It gets deep, yo. It gets deep. But yeah, no. I would say, well, I'll let you. You can keep trying to find it. I'll just.
Yeah, you can
go into. Well, for me, yeah, I always like my family. They were never really religious or anything like that, so I kind of had to technically find them myself and stuff. You know, obviously we have different beliefs and stuff. So I would say yes, I'm Muslim. I'm not the example. I'm far from it. There is an example which you can go seek. But yeah, I grew up. My family was not religious at all. Never ever gone to church. Only funerals was when I've gone to church and stuff like that, or even a mosque. But I always knew that there was a God. Like it just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. Like so, you're telling me that we were just pop. Oh, we're here now. Oh, walking around on Earth. It just doesn't make any sense. And I would say like I I knew the stuff like you said, the 10 Commandments and stuff like that. You know, not to be freaking. Obviously, they're not freaking. The neighbor. The stealing and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, freaking would do it here and there, but like nothing freaking too crazy. But I would try to be a good person at least, in certain aspects. But, you don't really know what you don't know. You're a kid, you know what I'm saying? Freaking young, and just you see all these things around you, and you're lost pretty much. You're pretty much lost as a kid. and then especially not having like the religious guidance and stuff like that. But I've always knew like that was literally idiotic for me. Like even for me not being religious and stuff like that. Even like we would talk about it all the time. Like people who don't believe in God, they're literally stupid. And like I was somebody like, you know, your family was religious in the church, and then obviously my family totally different. But freaking, and I always had that like if you don't like that, like it's this is what bothers me. Like you're literally better off believing in it than not. Like I get it, like, oh my god, like you better be right, you better be like you're literally betting your soul, your entire existence on there being nothing, just going back onto the atheism. And like they're so comfortable with that, and like obviously having the belief in God, you know, you get some basis of morals of like where your moral ground, like you said, like, obviously with the 10 Commandments, for example, in like your religion, and then obviously the rules within mine.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So how would you, like, for atheists, how would you, or just anybody in general who doesn't know God, how would you like show them or prove to them that there is a God? Like for you.
For me, like, are you talking like showing like Islam's the answer, or like general like somebody?
Yeah, just in like general. Like, let's say like I'm just a random guy that doesn't know anything about God. Okay, like how would you?
I wouldn't probably. Me personally, I would try and have you. Yeah, I would say that. I would try and point you towards Islam. Me personally, you know, with my beliefs and stuff. But if it was like a little baby, like not a little baby, but
you know,
like
because like some people, because some people are ignorant. Not everybody. Like, you know,
I would tell him like pretty much like, do you so how'd you get here? Did you make yourself? Where were you before that? Like, where are you going? Where are you going? How did you get here? Where are you going? And then there's one more question. But pretty much, it's like, what
is it? Why are you here? Like, what's your?
I think so, something like that. Yup, that is what pretty much what I would ask him. But I know there's a third question that I can't figure out right now. It's like you, let's say you wake up in a train. Oh, yup. How did you get here? Where am I at? Where am I going? Like, if you woke up on a random train, you're not going to be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, let's keep going. No, you're going to like, how did I get here? Okay, how did we get here on this planet? How did I get here? Where am I? Okay, where are we? We're on this planet, bingo, bango. Where am I going? Where am I going after this planet? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Wouldn't you also ask why?
Why? Yeah. I would throw that in there. I know I'm probably missing the third question.
It has to be why. Yeah, because there has to be a purpose for everybody.
Yep. And then obviously in my belief and stuff too, I say purpose is prayer, worship. Yeah, that's literally your purpose here, to worship your Lord. Bingo bango. That's why we were created. If you're wondering, but freaking, is that the same? I was saying Christianity.
For Christianity, our purpose on earth is to know God and to make Him known. And so, worshiping is good, but it's not like this is controversial, but it's not like a requirement. But, you know, as in like kind of said like before, like if I accept Jesus, right, I worship
controversial.
Him because like people because what do you mean you can't? You're not supposed to worship. It's like not like going to church is necessary, but it's not what's gonna get you to heaven. You know what I'm saying? So
I like that. Yep. Okay. No. Yeah, we're on the same line. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yep.
So so like it is good that we worship. Like, and I work like for us, worship is like we worship God for who He is. Yep. And then we worship God for who He is, and that the way that looks like is either us just praying, singing songs, and even the way we live our life, because the Bible talks about like for our command and our law or rule right now is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, your mind, and soul, and love others as you love yourself. And so us doing that, that's our worship to God.
Exactly.
You know,
that's what fall in the line of like worship too, like charity and stuff like that. Even smiling at somebody making their day, that's worship, you know, because it's pleasing Him.
Yeah, it's all about pleasing Him. Yeah, so knowing Him and making Him known. So some people make Him known by just sharing Jesus, sharing Jesus to them, making Him known. Like it's not doesn't always look, hey, Jesus. It's just your character. It's just like showing love, like reflecting who God is to other people. So that's how it is for us.
But back to what we were saying, if someone can't, how do you know there's a God? Freaking, this is another thing too. Where do you get your morals from? Where do you get your good and bad morals from? Like, say we were a group of people that legit thought that raping and killing babies and just everything bad. True. What if we were a group of people that thought it was good and like we're just growing up that's good, and then we're all thinking, we live our lives, whole society, generations thinking that's good. Where do you get your morals from? You're an atheist though, right? Where are you getting your morals? So pretty much what you're telling me is you can kill somebody and not pretty much feel bad about it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't really believe in God, why don't you do what you want to do? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen I was listening to this guy, and what his line is, atheists take characteristics from God to justify their atheism. So they take like dang, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but they steal from God to prove atheism. It's like, how do you take from someone you don't believe to prove,
like science and stuff like that? Oh my God! Like, oh, this is the Milky Way. Or like, I see what you're saying. Yes. Like, yes. Okay. Yeah, I like that.
So, I don't know much about atheism, but like the little that I know, it's kind of like, let me see. The way I look at it is like, it's ignorance, as in some people really don't want there to be a God, because everybody wants to be their own God. Everybody wants to make their own decision. Everybody wants to have control over their life. So that idea of being submissive to an all-powerful God, I was like, they don't want that. Even if you give them clear evidence, and then they even experience like God, they're gonna say no because they don't want to. They don't want to feel controlled, and it's not. That's not
scary, bro.
It's not like you're not being controlled. Like, God has given everybody free will, so I mean, yeah, like some people just don't want there to be God. There is some people that are searching and they're just lost. I mean, I believe one day they'll find out. But there's some people that just don't want there to be a God. You know, they just want to do their own thing, control their own life. You know, and just that idea of there being a all powerful God, they just don't want that.
It's unsettling for them.
Yeah.
So I would say too, an atheist. So you didn't even know this world existed before you got here. So how are you gonna tell me there's not another one?
It's I mean, it's crazy.
It's so like. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, but even for that, like, even for me, like, isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
I mean, I believe there is an after, but I haven't actually seen it. So like I understand some people, it's really a hard concept to like.
Yeah. Like, I understand. Like, I get it, but it
takes faith. Like we don't know. Like, we don't know. It's just sure, so. That's one. A lot of people, a lot of us are gambling. Like, if there is a God,
that's the game,
then like, you know, it sucks that some people might, you know, might make it, but that's why it's like our job to like tell people that there is a God, and you know, yeah.
Well, in my notes, these are just pretty much questions that I just had. It was, if you don't know about before the universe, like before it was all created, why claim there is no God? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't even know what happened before, like what was going on before the universe was created, because I don't know, it gets deep. I'm sorry, but yeah, that would be my question to atheists. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else.
How would you answer that?
Answer what?
That question.
What?
Like
This
if
one?
yeah.
If you didn't know about before that, why claim there is no God? I don't know, because I believe in God. Like, I mean, yeah, I believe, obviously, like, you know, in Christianity, 7 days, right?
7 days for what?
He created
Oh
the
yeah.
heavens and earth.
Yeah.
That, I'm pretty sure, like, that falls in the universe. Like, I'm pretty sure that falls into, like, their Big Bang Theory or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was before the universe.
Yeah.
So they must think, like, well, they do think,
It's
like,
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? For me being a Christian, like it's all based off faith. So like,
Yeah,
you know, it's really not easy to like, for me personally, it's not easy to believe in God, because first of all, I haven't seen him. That doesn't mean he's not there.
Yeah, exactly.
So
we
like,
don't see air.
Yeah.
It's there.
And so like, you have to like, there has to be like a certain pursuit to know, to know
facts.
God, and the more you pursue him, the more he'll make himself known to you. And also understand, a lot of people know God in different ways. Some people it's through experience, which is for me, like I knew God through experience. Then after my experience, now I went to the evidence, right, to know, okay, I started reading the Bible, but there's more, like you can actually like search and research to know that there is a God. And there's a lot of like what's this, it's called apologetics, where there's Christian apologetics where they prove that God's real through actual evidence, scientific evidence. And so there's some people that they come to believe God through evidence, and there's some people who come to believe God through experiences. And so not everybody, I mean, not everybody's gonna everybody, it's crazy. Everybody, I believe that everybody has experienced God in some way,
100%.
some sort. You just had to be aware and to know, like,
that was him.
Oh, that was him. Oh, wow, he really does love me.
There's a lot of, that's a coincidence.
Nah, it's
like,
just not
what?
a like.
That's what they do. Like, doesn't
it's
make
not
any
a
sense.
coincidence. Like, and every single person's like. I feel like the more people understand who God is, and like they'll notice how God has been there for every there's nobody on earth that can say God wasn't there for me.
That's facts.
Even in the tough times, God has been there.
That's what I wanted to hit on too. I'm glad you said that. That's what a lot of atheists do. Oh, if there's a God, why does bad things happen? Oh, why does he allow this to happen to me?
You gotta understand, we have free will, and all the evil that happens on earth is not him that's doing
it's
it.
Us. It's our own doing.
Us. Like,
literally, our own fucking. Oh, sorry, our own wrongdoing.
Like that's like me. Like robbing a bank, and you blame my parents. As I'm talking about, as grown as I am right now, you're gonna blame my parents.
Oh my God, why weren't you watching him? Like what?
What do you mean? I'm grown and I made this decision.
Exactly,
so like people blame God for, why don't you take out evil? But then when he takes out evil, they blame him.
Doesn't make any sense.
God's so evil. Why do you do this? It's like, yo, he's bringing justice, and now you're mad that he's bringing justice. It's like, yo, pick one. We do evil, and like we had to pay the price of like our evil, and like, you know,
sure do.
Like, don't blame God for your own doing. We all have free choice,
and that's what it besides obviously little kids and stuff, I can say, obviously as an adult, obviously I would say if you're sinning and something bad happens to you, that's your own fault. That's happened to you, that's done to yourself. Obviously, you know, like, you know,
all the consequences.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's your own wrongdoing. You weren't supposed to be doing it in the first place, and now something bad happens to you. Now you're asking for forgiveness, and now you're all like, oh, he's not real. Oh, I was supposed to keep trapping. I was supposed to keep murdering. Like, what? Like, does that even like logically make sense? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, I was supposed to keep cheating on my wife. Oh, blah blah blah. Like, what? Like,
Yeah, don't intentionally do wrong and expect nothing to happen.
Exactly. You cheat on your wife, you lose everything. Now you're angry at God. How does that make sense?
Bro, you made the choice.
Like what? How does that make sense? Or you go and kill somebody because you can't control your anger, and now you're mad because you're in the situation that you're in. Like, own up. Like you said, the free will. Like, we do it to ourselves.
Yeah.
And I would say, if you're an atheist, I would say I would say that's a sign of very low intelligence on my behalf. And I say very lazy research and stuff, but you don't want to get.
Nah, I just hope to experience him.
Yeah,
that's all about. It's just I hope they experience God and then, then.
And the universe is so fine tuned. Like,
there has to be intelligent design. Like,
exactly. Like, bro, what?
Even if you look at the human body, like, we're so complex.
Yes, billions, millions of cells, bro. Like, the fact that I'm able to do this, like, what takes into it, like, the fact that we're able to see, like, that the eyes are able to freaking
like
reflect off
the
this.
detail that we have. That you can't
the
say
fingerprints, and not a single person has the same one.
You can't say there isn't a God.
That doesn't make it. Literally, it's
just look at nature.
Fine-tuned. Yes, bro, it's so fine tuned.
There has to be intelligent
and
design.
just how like the earth is like on a certain degree. Too much will burn. Too little will freeze. Something like that. But yeah, that's how I would answer it. So,
then there's gonna be an atheist in the comment. Oh, get a load of these.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be great.
Goodness.
But freaking 48 minutes. I would say solid. You got any last thoughts?
Nah, this was nice.
This was smooth, bro. For real, this was very smooth. Hell yeah, freaking. Yeah. Yup. We're not perfect. We're not trying to freaking, oh, look at these preachers. No, but we just at least want you guys to at least think. And just stop, like, being heedless. Again, we're not perfect. Nobody on this earth is perfect. But the only thing perfect is God himself. That's it. Can you agree to that, Wasanga?
Of course I agree.
All right. Obviously, with your old belief. Yes. Okay, yes. But thank you. But freaking...
God loves everybody too.
Yes. Literally.
No matter if you don't believe him, like, you can blaspheme him and, like, you can talk, but, like...
Yes. He's still allowing your heart to beat.
Like, he gives you. He's a patient God. He's slow to anger.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter if you killed somebody. It doesn't matter if you.
Yes, literally
are atheist. It doesn't matter. Like,
yes.
His arms are always open for
literally.
you. You just gotta be open to know him, and he'll accept you. There's nothing you can do that will separate his love from you. So. Yeah, I just hope everybody comes to encounter God. Yes. And it's great. It's not easy.
No.
Say,
way more
like,
easier said than done.
Even talking, but it's not easy at all.
No, That's why I said we're not perfect. We have our own struggles. We're still men. We're all human, but we're at least trying, and we at least have the conscience. We're at least trying, dude. That's all that matters. At least you're putting in the effort and trying, and the intention to try and please Him. At least we're doing something that most others aren't.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, different Jews.
Different Jews.
That guy Elijah out.
He does.
Yes,
Jack
sir.
West.
Yes, sir. Episode 122. Different Juice. If your cut's not from fucking Cut Fiend,
it's trash.
Trash, baby. Yes, sir.